halfway through my skincare. Almost done with it, basically. I'm like ready for sunscreen on my face. But anyway, the kids are off today. And I was thinking about doing like a sauna this morning, but it just didn't happen. So I am getting ready. I'm gonna have to, if you hear my son in the background, he's playing over here. I'm gonna have to take him to the gym with me because my daughter is at a friend's house because it was her birthday, and so they stayed over and had a birthday dinner, teenager slumber party. I don't know. Anyway, so I have no idea. I would imagine they're all still like sound asleep. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what time it is right now. It's like maybe 8:30-ish or so. But I think it'll be a little bit later by the time I get her. And then I really we need to look at scrubs for her because I don't know when we're gonna have another chance to do that. Maybe not until next week. And I'm not sure if she's gonna need them this week or not. So I guess we'll talk about it when she gets home and we'll see. But anyway, just gonna like finish getting ready for the day basically because after I get done with the gym, I'm probably gonna wash my body. I'm just doing a weightlifting workout. I'm not doing a lot of like super sweaty cardio today. But probably just come home, do a nice body shower and get changed and do whatever else I need to do for the day. I think I would like to do like cook something for this week as far as like protein wise or something for myself. And probably make a big batch of tuna for Violet and Robert for their lunches for the rest of the week. I was doing Robert's lunch last night, and I think I have enough for like one more tuna sandwich. But I'm just gonna open a couple of like giant cans of tuna from Costco and just make a big batch of it. It just makes it really super easy. Then then I just have it ready and I just make the sandwich real quick, and it just takes no time at all. But anyway, so I'm gonna zoom through the getting ready, like I have to like dot this concealer on these two that decided to show up on my face here. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Good morning. So after yesterday, I totally just dropped off yesterday morning when I was getting ready to go to the gym with Eric. So we did actually go into the gym. I keep in mind that like when I take him to my gym doesn't really have childcare. So I kind of have to like work out, but also sort of try to keep an eye on him and rein him in and, make sure he's not getting in trouble.
And so I had packed, had him pack his Switch and his tablet and some toys to play with and some snacks and all this stuff in his backpack. And so we did, go into the gym and everything. And I went to the bathroom real quick, and he come out and he starts like and he was like playing with this, I don't know, inflatable, like, it looks like a bean, but it belongs to one of the trainers there that does more of a like a therapeutic sort of training style, so I told him, don't, please don't touch that, put it back, because I don't want you to break it, and I don't want to have to pay for it if he breaks it, obviously, because who knows how much that is. And so we go over, and he's next to me, while I'm doing my warm ups at one of the racks, and and so the next thing I know, he's trying to play on the thing again. I'm like, look, Eric, you need to stop, please stop, and so then he actually starts to like bring over, just like some of the stuff that they have there, like the exercise balls, and there's like a, a box, for box jumps and stuff like that, different things. And and I'm like, oh God, I'm trying to get through my warm up, and I was just gonna have him put his stuff back and everything. And then I look over, and he's got that freaking bean thing back on top. And I'm like, look, you need to stop. Please put this back. I'm asking you. I told you, you cannot play with this. You can't touch it. So he goes and puts it back. And then by the time, he comes back and everything, one of the trainers there, because they actually, it's like a privately run gym. And so they have a lot of trainers that train their clients there. Um, and he comes over as I'm, trying to finish my warm up and everything, and he's like, he leans down and he's like, I don't mean to be a dick, but and he's like, your son is really distracting, and he's like, I'm trying to train my client in a professional setting, and he's dragging the equipment back and forth and everything, and I'm like, okay, valid point. As my son is at, he's 8, he's just at a point where he's like testing boundaries. And as a mom, it's exhausting sometimes, because I hate constantly saying no, 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 no. I mean, and like, put that bag, don't get on that, stop climbing on that. It's so frustrating sometimes, and so at that point, I was just kind of like, not in the mood anymore. And so I got up, I told Eric, okay, I'm done, and I put away all the stuff that he had taken out, and we left, you know, and spent the rest of the day at home. He finished his homework, and, you know, I had him play quietly for a while without any screens or anything like that. And just, and I told him, I said, I just I can't take you, if you're going to do that, because other people are there paying to be there, paying to use that equipment, and they can't use it if you are playing on it. So anyway, I'm pulling up to the car wash here. So all right, quick car wash intermission. But anyway, back to, I don't know, stories about challenging 8-year-olds. Um, yeah. So it was kind of a frustrating morning. And I think the thing that frustrated me was the fact that, we went through at home, and I made sure that he brought stuff to entertain himself while he was at the gym, and he, just disregarded that and started playing with all the gym equipment. And even though I've told him repeatedly, I'm like, you can't do that. You need to, you know, play with what you bring. And it's just, oh, it was just like having a bad mom moment, because it just like, it was just frustrating, because I know that, like, he had an extra day off. It was Monday. He was in a good mood. He likes to play, and he's just a very physical kid. He likes to jump and run and stuff like that. And so he enjoys that. And there are times when, it is slow enough at my gym that he can get away with that. They have like a little turf area that he can kind of run back and forth and run around on. But that was just not the case yesterday, because it was a Monday, and people like to start out their week with a workout usually. So Mondays are usually much busier at my gym. But and like uh and then that's the other thing. It kind of was frustrating for me, because I wasn't able to get my workout done, and we had to go home. And after that, like, I mean, I could have gone back. So my daughter came home from her sleepover probably around noon. And and at that point I was just like, "God, I'm just not," and this is rare for me. Like, usually I can just kind of rally and just get through my workout and everything. But I didn't feel like it. I didn't want to drive all the way back to the gym and start from square one and all of that. And like, it's like, I'm just done for the day. We're gonna try again tomorrow when the kids are in school. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm headed to the gym right now. I just dropped off Violet for her Tuesday, and she'll go uh, over to her boyfriend's after school today, and I'll pick her up later from her boyfriend's instead. So she'll, like, his mom will pick them both up from school, and she'll go over there and have dinner and everything at his house. So I just have to pick up Eric today, but I just, I think it'll be a little bit before I take him to the gym with me again, just because, uh, you know, just like anything else in life, it is temporary, and I know that this is just a phase that he's going through. But ugh, it's just it's just kind of a hard phase, and I was talking about it with Robert last night and everything, and he's like, gosh, even he was like, he's like, I tell him not to do something, or tell him to stop or not to do something. And it's like he feels like this impulse to just do it, do the thing that you just told him not to do. And that is just the phase in life that he's in right now. Robert and I are like, as a parent, it's a really frustrating phase. Um, but I mean, I know that it's an important part of his development and everything. And he's, testing boundaries and seeing what his limits are. Uh, but I'm just not going to take my child to the gym and let him go crazy and annoy everyone else there. Right? That's just not who I am. So anyway, I am going to reset today. It's a new day. And uh, I'm gonna look at this as a Monday sort of Tuesday. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but uh, we're gonna start fresh today. So it is almost 5:30, and I'm on my way to the gym. I'm actually uh, doing this before Violet goes to school, just because I have an appointment. Kind of, I think it's at 12:30, to look at the veins in my legs, and it's like way in the opposite direction across town from Violet. So I'm gonna have time to drop off Violet to school, maybe get some breakfast and everything, and then head over there. Um, but the kicker on this one is that uh, I can't have any caffeine at all before this appointment. So I mean, I'm just a creature of habit. I wasn't thinking about it last night, so I mixed up all of my, pre-workout stuff, and had it, I made it with my usual pre-workout, which is absolutely caffeinated. So I had to like remix everything this morning. So I just did some like BCAAs with my creatine and L-carnitine instead. And I'm gonna drink that up and hope for the best this morning. I think today is, gosh, yesterday was a bench, so today I think is gonna be another leg day. Oh goodness. So hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm really curious about what they're gonna say about my legs, but I guess we will find out. So it's my goodness. So I finished one, two, three. I finished my workout, sort of. So today was like a secondary leg day. So it was volume squats and then heavy deadlifts. I mean, the squats went okay actually, but the deadlift, oh my goodness. So you're supposed to do like a heavy, like single rep for your top set, and then you do 90% of whatever it is that you do for that single rep for the other two sets. And they're only sets of 2. So I did 205 for my first one, and that felt pretty good. But then like I took off 20 pounds because it put me at 185 for my other 2 sets. And I don't know, like, if it's like a mental block or it's just the lack of caffeine or both. But man, 185 felt so heavy. I did not finish the last 2 sets. I did like my first one, and that was it, man. I just like did the other accessory stuff and wrapped it up because I need to get going. I need to go home so that I can take Violet into school. But ooh. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully next week will go a little bit better for me on that. Because I think at the end of this cycle, I'm supposed to be testing out for a new PR for deadlifts. And my last PR was 215. So only 10 pounds away from the 205 that I was at for my top set today. So, oh my goodness, I'm crossing my fingers about that. Hi there, it is Saturday morning. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, totally, yesterday was kind of a weird day. I was wanting to actually get up and go do my workout in the morning, like around 5, which obviously, like, totally did not happen. Because then I actually was meeting my my friend at 9:30 after I dropped off Violet to go walk. And then I had to meet my mom at 11 because she wanted to go look at Michael's and see what they had, because I guess they consolidated some of their Joann stuff, since Joann's, which is was a fabric store, in case you didn't know, closed, and so supposedly Michael's took over some of their stuff, which, in case you were wondering, was sadly disappointing. So it was weird. Like, it felt like a couple of misplaced, unorganized aisles of like leftover fabric. That's what it ended up looking like. Sad, but yeah. So, and then I came home, got Eric stuff and everything, and picked up kids, and we actually went and saw Bad Guys last night, or Bad Guys 2, actually. It was so funny. It's like, it was a cute, like, kids. Maybe my son really liked it. So, I mean, definitely if you have a younger kid, they'll really enjoy it. But they have enough, like, kind of subtle adult humor mixed in to make it funny for a grown-up, too. So, it's hilarious. I don't know. We all really enjoyed it. But then again, we really liked the first one, which was surprising because I went into the first one thinking, I watched that movie because my son thought it would be funny, and it turned out it really was. So, anyway, this morning, I am off to my first dance class. So I actually didn't go to the gym yesterday, which is, yeah, I don't know, workout wise, and just like, I don't know, soreness and stuff like that. Last week, I only went to the gym like 3 times. I mean, I did other like cardio and walking stuff on the 2 days that I didn't go to kind of make up for that. Just because I just like to, I don't know, I just like to be active. But, it's at a point in this cycle that I'm in where, where it's starting to get really like heavy lifting, and like, I forget what day was it. It was like Thursday or something. It was like the heavier deadlift day. And man, I don't know, maybe it's hormonal or something like that where I'm in my cycle. I just did not have like the power necessary to like continue to do the 3 rounds that I need to do at such a high weight. Cause like my first rep was like 205, and then it was supposed to be at 90%, and the rest of the reps were supposed to be at 185 or something like that. I just had to walk away from it because I don't want to hurt myself. I actually still kind of feel a little bit sore from that day, which is really unusual. I don't really feel like a lot of soreness, generally speaking, but anyway, I have no plans this weekend, which is so exciting. I do have these 2 dance classes. So the one that I'm going to now, and then I have another one at noon. Oh, actually, no plans with other people, I should say. Because after my second dance class, I'm coming home, probably shower and change real quick, and then I'm taking my daughter. My daughter's really into piercings. And like, the last one I did, for her birthday, I paid for a belly button ring. And I told her that this was the last piercing that I am paying for out of pocket, because if you want to get them professionally done in a sanitary and safe environment, they're not cheap. And so, so last week, one of her, or was it last weekend when she was over at her friend's house? Oh my God, one of her friends does piercings or whatever at a shop, and so she did like a tragus piercing, which, I mean, I didn't know. It's like this little section right here on your ear. And but then it turned out that she actually needed to use a thicker gauge for a tragus piercing, so my daughter took it out, and then you know, and I'm like, oh, you know, I kind of haven't thought about it and everything. And I'm like, God, I really just don't want her to go back to, you know, I mean, I know she does them and everything and has all the professional stuff, but she still is essentially a teenager, piercing my daughter, also a teenager's ear. I'm not a fan. And so I said, you know, put her to work. And I said, if you clean your brother's room, which was, oh my God, I should have taken a before picture because wow. It's one of those projects that you look at and you're like, I am so overwhelmed by this. I don't even know where to start. So I told her, if you would clean up your brother's room and organize all his toys and his books and stuff like that, I will pay for you to go to a tattoo shop and get this done professionally and correctly. So she did it. So that's what we're doing today. So, anyway, and then we have to go finally buy her scrubs because she is going to do labs next week. So, and at some point I would like to go to the grocery store. So maybe we aren't doing nothing this weekend, but you know, I'm not socializing with strangers. It's always a plus. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to dance class now. See you guys in a bit. See your naked ears. Well, naked-ish. All right. So last time as she looks into the sunlight and is blinded by it.
I'm 6
All
right now.
Okay.
That's what my ear feels like.
All right. Let me see. All right. Which one is that one?
It's a rook.
Okay. And the other one?
This is a tragus.
Okay.
And then I got my
Yeah, your other one.
cartilage.
Alrighty.
Oh my God, I'm so careful.
Waiting on Violet now. Oof. Good morning. It's Monday morning. I dropped off Violet this morning, and actually, gosh, she was running a little bit late this morning because she was finishing her makeup in the car on the way to school. I'm like, geez, we have got to go if you want to be on time for your first class. So I dropped her off, and Robert had called me, and we were talking about, because we have to go up to Phoenix for a family thing at the end of August. So we were looking at what hotels we want to stay in, because we have to, I guess, I mean, we don't have to, but it'd be more convenient to stay in the Tempe area, which, I mean, I'm just not as familiar with that area, so we're looking at different hotels and stuff around there. Because usually when we go, we stay either kind of in either the Chandler area or the Scottsdale area. One of the two, depending on what we want to do. So I think that tonight we'll just firm that up and probably finish booking whatever we're going to decide on. And today is like, oh gosh, I was just looking at the app for the program that I'm lifting on, and oh, this is like a retest week. I think I'm supposed to retest for PRs on my bench, my deadlift, and my squat. And I think it's like the third day or something like that. I think it's on Wednesday. Which would be Wednesday for me. I am having a hard time. I mean, I know it's Monday and I just barely drank my pre-workout right now. So I'm not like the caffeine is just not pumping through my veins yet. And so I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that at the moment. Luckily, today is a deload day. I'm very thankful. I was thinking about it last week, and I don't know what it was with last week. I actually only did 3 weightlifting workouts last week, because Monday was that weird day with my son because my kids were off. And then I went, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I had, plans during the day while my kids were at school. with my friend to walk with her. So I mean, I did get a good walk in that day, like for about three or more miles. And then I, met my mom after that and everything. And then, I had to pick up the kids. And then from there, we actually just went to the movies because we booked a 5 o'clock movie for The Bad Guys 2, which was so good. I really enjoyed that movie. And so, I mean, there wasn't really any extra time in there. If I had wanted to do a workout, I would have had to get up and do it before I took Violet in, which just doesn't happen sometimes. So, anyway, it was just a weird week last week. I don't know. I just was like, you just have a week where you're just kind of off your game and like you just feel like meh. And that was just how I was feeling last week. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna have a good week this week. I'm gonna at least, my goal is to just do all 5 days today, which means tomorrow I actually do have another appointment across town at 11 a.m. So I'm gonna have to get my butt up and actually do like a 5 a.m. workout tomorrow. But other than that, and then we gotta squeeze in homework and everything. I need to get in a better rhythm with homework from my son because we were kind of trying to squeeze in the last of his homework Saturday and Sunday, and especially with them being off on Monday, then they get the homework packet on Tuesday instead, but then he still has to hand it in on Monday, the following Monday. Yeah. So, and I'm like, I don't know, I just haven't gotten back into the routine of things yet. It's only been a couple of weeks really back in school, and I just need to get into the habit of having him just do a little bit every night, so that it's not quite so overwhelming at the end, and you're like, oh my God, all this math, and it, it's hard sometimes with homework with him. He does not, doesn't love it. And sometimes it's a little bit of a fight. It's not my favorite thing at the moment, and I need to maybe readjust my mindset around it, and I don't know. We need to work on it. Anyway, I'm here. I'm going to go in and do my workout, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Show me I don't need no money, don't need nobody, just need your body. Show me that so sweet like honey, don't need no talking, just need your body. Your loving on me makes me feel special.
So I got over kind of like a change in plans when I got to the gym. Oh my goodness, I didn't go to the gym on Friday, which was the 1st of August. And then of course I didn't go during the weekend. So today is the 4th, and normally I pay, I actually have to physically remember to pay the private gym that I go to each month on the 1st. It's not an automated transaction or anything like that. So I realized when I got there that I had totally forgotten. So I wasn't sure if my key card was going to work. I tried to text the owner, but he has a life. He doesn't, he's not going to be able to reply right away or anything like that. So I decided to come to the other public gym that I have a membership to, which I don't like. It's hard to work out at this gym. Because it's so busy, and I know with the deload that I was doing, the deload day that I was doing, I needed to do squat, bench, and deadlift, and trying to get in here, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that because it's always so busy, and especially squat racks are hard to come by. A bench press is hard to come by. So luckily I actually ran into someone that used to own one of the gyms I used to go to years ago. So while I finally found a squat rack, I asked him if he could hold his bench press after he was done real quick, because he still had 2 or 3 sets left and I had 3 sets of squats to do. So the timing was perfect. I'm like, yay. So it's like, so everything went really well. And I actually had a really good workout, which I really needed after last week. It was such a, ugh, it was such a weird week. And like, I was just in my head about it and kind of feeling bad. And so it was nice to have like just a workout where everything went well and I didn't feel crappy or I wasn't in pain or, just like, anyway. So I am gonna make a quick trip to Trader Joe's, even though I just missed the turn. So I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit, but get a few things for the week and then go home and shower and go get my babies.
It's my happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, happy, happy.
All right. I just got out of Trader Joe's. Oh my goodness. Why does this always turn into like looking at all the new stuff that they have? But they have these like Cinndragons. So I love cinnamon. I was born in the year of the dragon. It's like it was made for me. Anyway, I don't know. I'm the only one in my family that is obsessed with cinnamon this way, but like I can totally just down a whole box of hot tamales, the candy, on my own, like within a day. It's so bad. That's why I don't ever buy them, but I just couldn't pass it up. I'm excited. I hope that they're as good as hot tamales. And I'm also thankful that they're probably seasonal. I won't see them often. Oh my God. This bag will probably be gone in no time at all. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. It's like 5:15 right now. I actually needed to do an early morning today because I have an appointment at 11 again to have my legs looked at because they didn't have enough time to do the sonogram to look at my veins last time. I went all the way across town for my appointment. Anyway, so oh, there it is. Oh goodness. I thought I left my straw heavy for bed. I have an uncaffeinated morning again, which I realize is just such a ridiculous first world problem, but it's hard to work out uncaffeinated. No, what I dropped there, my goodness. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that, take Violet to school, come home, get changed from the gym and everything, get ready and go across town for that appointment. Actually. And then by the time I get done there, it'll be about 12-ish, 12:30. I'm probably just gonna have to head back over here and kind of go in the general direction of Eric's school and go pick him up. So it's gonna take up most of my day in between kids. Anyway, but it'll be good to figure out what the heck, and if anything can be done, or I don't know. We shall see what the doctor says about the whole sonogram and all of that stuff. Anyway, today is, I think, a prep day, it said in the app, for tomorrow. Tomorrow is that it's testing for PRs for bench, squat, and deadlift. I might try to do an early morning workout again tomorrow. We'll see if I can get it together to do that. goodness. So I just came home from that appointment where they looked at my legs and stuff. I did like the whole sonogram of both of my legs to see what my veins look like. And there are 2 veins that I guess are a problem. So I'm going to hear back about insurance and stuff like that in a couple of weeks. But I needed to like rush home. Oh my God. So you cannot have caffeine. And this is like probably the 3rd time I've talked about this. You can't have caffeine before the sonogram. Oh, it was so freaking rough this morning. My workout, I did my workout at 4 a.m. It's just hard. Like, I mean, and thank God, like, I had the the luck of having a deload week. Couple of deload days. Yesterday and today, because tomorrow I'm supposed to be testing for my 3 main lifts. And so thankfully my lifts today were just very, very easy lifts. But anyway, I know I depend on caffeine quite a bit for that little pep, especially for early morning workouts. But I'm okay with that. So I decided to come home real quick and make myself just a really quick lunch before I go pick up Eric. I have like 20 minutes or so before I need to leave. But lunch at home sounded good. And so that is what I'm going to do today. So I'll show you what I get up to when I'm done here. Alrighty. So this is lunch. I know it's a quick and easy one for me. These are the Trader Joe's jalapeno sausages, and then a little bit of cheese and pickle. And these are the Mission like 0 carb wraps. I mean, I don't really care about carbs, but I do appreciate the extra fiber since I am trying to like make 20 to 25 grams of fiber every day. So I thought this is like quick and simple, and I've been having this every once in a while over the last few weeks. I'll pop up like macros and stuff like that, calories and macros on the side over here just so you can see that. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. I am actually rushing to my dance class at 9. I have 10 minutes to get there. Oh my goodness. So we actually have a showcase next Sunday. So I need to get my butt in gear and start actually really rehearsing this choreography that we're doing, that we are learning. So it's new. And I actually really enjoy this choreography there, but like, I don't know if you perform or if you're a dancer, there are going to be times when you like really connect with maybe a piece of music or a piece of choreography or something like that, and other times where it's like it's a little bit harder to solidify that in your mind because it just doesn't want to make that little click. but I do actually really enjoy this choreography, but there were a couple occasions where I missed rehearsals where she was teaching parts, and then when you come back and you learn that as she's kind of reviewing it, it's a little harder to cement that into your head sometimes. Maybe that's just me. But it's definitely a work in progress. I need to decide if I'm going to do some kind of solo. I was listening to music yesterday during my workout trying to decide what I wanted to dance to, and I was, I'm just feeling indecisive, I guess. I don't know what I want to do. So I have an idea, but I need to think about it. Anyway, I'm going to down this energy drink and get to class.
morning. It's Monday morning already. I really did not do much yesterday. We went to see, so Violet and I went to see the new Freaky Friday Saturday night at 4, or Saturday afternoon at 4, and then Eric and Robert booked a movie at the same time at 4 o'clock to go see Sketch. And then after that, we went and had dinner over at Dave & Buster's because it's right by the movie theater that we went to. And then like Sunday morning, man, like I woke up at 5 in the morning and I was thinking about like going up to Chumawak, but I just like, I'm like, I don't know. My knee was like really hurting Saturday night. And I'm like, God, I just don't know if it's that great of an idea. Cause, Saturday we had, so I had my troop rehearsal and that's an hour and a half. And then we had, the other like workshop class, and that was actually a 2-hour class, instead of just a 1-hour class, because the previous week, the studio that we were at had double booked. So it was a much longer class than originally planned. So after like what, at least like 3-ish hours of dancing, and I did bring my knee brace and everything, like, but you know, it's only going to do so much. My knees were just like done. So I was just really uncomfortable Saturday night. And so I really just kind of vegged and everything. And you know, like Robert had gotten up, he went to the gym for a little bit and everything. And so I just hung out at home. And I really didn't do much. Anyway, so this morning, I just dropped off Violet. I'm going to go do my workout. And then after that, I actually am going to go give blood. I'll probably go home for a little bit. And then, actually, I don't have to pick up Eric until 3:15 today because he has his first little club thing. And, you know, I'll pick up kids and everything. And my goodness, I am actually done giving blood just now. So my workout today was such a slog. It was really just hard to get through that. You know, I don't know. You know, sometimes you just have really like strong days where everything just feels fantastic and, you know, you feel like you can tack on that weight and do really well. And on other days, it just feels like everything feels heavy, even though you know it's a weight that you can do and you've done it before like 100 times. Ugh. So, so I got done with that. And then I had my appointment to get blood, like at 11:45. And I realized like the shirt that I had put on over my sports bra was like a long sleeve, but the sleeves were too tight for me to be able to roll them up to give them blood. And I did not want to go into the Red Cross in just my sports bra. Thank you. So I stopped going to Target and got a different shirt so I could donate more easily. And then got myself a big old lunch at Chick-fil-A too and ate that before I went. But I mean, I just did a regular donation, like a whole blood donation instead of, I had been doing Power Red donations for a while, for the last couple of years, really. But the last time I did it, I guess my iron, I've always had really high iron count, but my iron dipped too low, and so I've been kind of trying to deal with that myself. So I just did a whole blood donation today too. But anyway, I'm gonna go home, take a nice shower and take out your workout clothes and change to something normal. And then go get kids a little bit later today. So I am nice and full. I feel like I'm gonna go home and do some laundry because I've been procrastinating laundry as usual. It's been like a week now at least. It's appalling. So bad. Like I mean, I have a lot of clothes, but the like the laundry hamper is jam packed, and I need to actually deal with that. So I'm gonna do that when I get. Hello, it is Wednesday afternoon. Ugh, goodness, I have been kind of on the like struggle bus. I don't know, maybe for about a week or so. I'm working on it. It's like, I've been a little frustrated because of my knee. It has been really kind of hurting me. So I've just been really careful about warming it up. But yesterday I had a rehearsal because we have a showcase for the troupe studio, that I go to uh, on Sunday. And we have a group chat for that troupe. and so, and sometimes it's a lot of messages to keep up with. And so there was a big old conversation about costuming for this showcase for the troupe choreography that we're doing. And so I kind of skimmed it because I already knew what I was wearing and everything. So everyone else was discussing costuming and stuff like that. So I missed the like one or two little lines in that just long discussion of costuming where it was mentioned that our troupe practice yesterday evening was changing location and was not going to be at the studio that's like 15 minutes away from my house. So I get there and there's no one there and it's like right on time. And usually I'm like either on time or sometimes a few minutes late, depending on how things are going that day. And there was no one there. And I'm like, hey, did we change locations? They're like, oh yeah, we're at, we're at the other location that we were at last month. Like, that's fantastic. So I was 30 minutes late last night. And I forgot my knee brace because I'm in a different car right now. And then last night I had switched back to my car. So something like I had on top of this, other stuff and everything, like yesterday when I got into my car, or yesterday morning when I got in my car to go take Violet to school. Uh, it was weird because the previous night you know, had to take a gas. I get in and all of a sudden my fuel light is on and it's telling me that like I have, no gas and I need to fill up and all, I'm like, oh my God. So as I'm driving to the gas station, I'm like, I'm sorry, my daughter likes to cut it close anyway. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have to stop and get gas. And then as I'm driving to the gas station, my fuel gauge is like slowly coming back up to half. And so I'm like calling my husband, telling him what's going on and everything. He's like, oh gosh, it might be a fuel sensor or whatever. So I filled up, and then met my husband. I traded, got my car off, traded cars, all this other stuff. So, and then, in addition to that, that morning, before we had left the house, Violet's like, "Oh my God, it's my school pictures," and totally missed that. Also because also because of skimming things instead of actually reading them, because her principal sends this uh he sends this email every Friday. It is the longest email of life. He does not know how to paraphrase, okay? It's just like, I mean, who reads that? Not me, apparently, because I totally missed the part where he probably said, "Hey, picture day is Tuesday this week." Like, I am just like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Because I am usually much more on top of things. It's really like frustrating few days or week, honestly, if I'm really being transparent about everything. But gosh, anyway. I'm working on changing the energy that's like that I am putting out into the world right now, because clearly it's very negative at the moment. And I need to kind of look at where I'm at and realign things so that I can have a better rest of the week and not continue on this trajectory, because I am not interested. It's so like, anyway. So I did go to the gym this morning. I probably have my workout before this in the video, but I had a Target pickup order. Our son's school pictures are tomorrow. Thankfully, his teacher sends me, emails that are bullet pointed and have attachments with, with the important points blatantly spelled out for those of us that don't read 4-page long emails. So my husband is actually picking up our son from school today, and he's going to go take him to get a haircut, because my son has like the most giant cowlick in the back. And I think it's because we are fighting his curly hair. It's like he has like my husband has curly hair, I mean, not that you would know that from the fact that he has like hair that's 1 inch long all the time. I have like wavy curly hair. Our daughter has curly hair. My son definitely has curly hair, hence the giant cowlick in the back here that, we're constantly fighting because his hair is always cut short, but it just doesn't want to agree with the fact that we're trying to comb it down. It's just not interested. It wants to stick up and curl. So I need to look through his wardrobe and see what he's going to wear tomorrow, and decide whether or not I need to get him a new shirt, because we did like my daughter did actually just do me a giant favor and go through his clothes and everything. And so he does have like maybe 2 or 3 button down shirts that actually fit him. And I'm going to see if they're like good colors for him for a picture day. I don't know. And then I may be making another trip to like Target or H&M or something like that this afternoon, evening. We'll see. Anyway, so that's, the past few days in a nutshell. I'm going to go home, eat my Chick-fil-A, and then go pick up my daughter.